much for this opportunity. Okay. Jon, I want you to know how proud I am. And also, I want you to think about Mom, how proud she would be, too. And I tried to just think back, when the band started and before that, when Jon was learning to play the drums and so forth, and just certain things just sort of popped right out. And I don't want to take a lot of time, but I'm gonna talk about some of those. First of all, he was in maybe second or third grade when we were saying things. He said maybe he wants to play the drums because he would sit at the dinner table and continually tap, a glass or the dishes or something like that. But we didn't know what was ahead of us. Then a friend gave Jon a little drum set, and that's it's like an adult getting a car. And he worked on that for quite a long time. He had a band just like kids do in high school and so forth. It was terrible. They would come over always to our house to practice because, the drums, that you don't want to have to cart them around all the time, too. And they'd play in the basement. My wife had, Jon's mother had she would go to the top of the staircase there, and after she couldn't take it anymore, she would flick the lights 3 times, and that meant go. Jon was a really good student, and he went to University of Vermont, where he met the other 3 members of the band, and he went to study engineering. He also went with his drum sets, so we always encourage him because you do have to try what you feel like is important to you. But the 4 of them got together. They were playing in places where they didn't make any money, and they had a band that was going to play in a dormitory for a dormitory party. And he called me in Syracuse and said, "Hey, Dad, you want to come up? And we have a band, and so we're going to play." I said, "Sure." So I went up to the University of Vermont and, found the guys in there. And there were a lot of kids there waiting for the band to play. And I would say within 45 minutes, there was 1 person left. So I didn't know, maybe, engineering seems to be the right thing. And then I got a call in April of his freshman year to my office, and I knew something like this was going to happen, okay? And he said, "Dad, you're really going to be upset with me. If I don't watch out, I'm going to become an engineer." And I said, "Well, yeah." That seemed like a good idea. But they left University of Vermont, went back to college later on, and started Fish. And that's been an unbelievable happening with our families, respective families. Most of the parents were very involved. We followed the band, and we've been so proud. Jon is mainly self-educated as far as the drums are concerned. He took some lessons, but not many, and he would every single day go down in that basement and work on the drums seriously. He would play records of famous drum musicians and try to imitate, and every single day. And the thing is, it's 33 years or what of Fish, and he is still practicing every single day. there's a sort of a funny story that pops out, and that is, they would horse around a lot on the stage sometimes, and usually the horse was Jon, and so yeah, he'd run around, and I don't know if you know, but my son wears a dress. Anyhow, we were in Somerville, just outside of Boston. They were going to play in Somerville. I think that was the location, and we're in an apartment. Some friends of his, and Jon had this thing where he pulls out an Electrolux vacuum cleaner, which is in the Hall of Fame, by the way, in Cleveland. So. But anyhow, he would turn it on, and by the way, it was an Electrolux, and it could only be an Electrolux because that's what he grew up with. Makes sense? Okay, so he would put that in his mouth, turn on that thing, and it was like he farted. That's about the way that sound was. And but he said to his mother, "Do you want to learn to do this?" And she was on the stage, and she was afraid of going up on the stage. And so they practiced there a little bit as the noise came out of this vacuum cleaner, and she got up on the stage and she sort of did it, and but a star was born. And she insisted on doing this time after time after time. And they didn't want to do that. And Paige, the keyboardist, came to me and said, "How do we handle this? How can we stop her from doing this?" And so, in fact, one time she was right in front of the stage, okay, and she wanted to go up and play the vacuum cleaner, and she actually was able to grab a hold of Trey's, the guitarist, pants, and she tugged on him. "I want to play the vacuum cleaner." So Paige came to me and said, "How do we do this?" I said, "I don't know. I can't get her to do anything I want to do." And so time went on, and she's begging to go up on the stage, again, and the guys are feeling really bad. And then all of a sudden she came to me and she says, "You know what? I can't play the vacuum cleaner anymore. I'm going to get the band in an awful lot of trouble." And so I said, "Why? What did they say?" Because I was interested in how they figured it out. And he says, "I'm not in the musicians union." So I'm not going to take any more time, but I didn't make any more notes. What am I going to do? But Jon is an example of hard work, as all you people too have experienced. But I mean dedication, hard work, practice every single day, including now. He practices before every concert. He disappears and practices. He practices all the time, and working on something new. I don't always understand what he's doing because he plans a lot of these drum music with sort of a mathematical background. He sort of lays it all out and he explains it to me. I get the idea, but he is just when your kid comes to you and they want to do this or they want to do that, sometimes it is the right thing to encourage them to do what doesn't seem to make the best sense at the time. And so I think there's a real lesson in that. Okay, thank you.